Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. So if you're new here, thanks for watching. Welcome. Consider clicking like, share, subscribe, comment. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. You can do all those same things. If you're an actual subscriber, thanks for sticking with the channel. Consider clicking like, share, comment. So this is the fourth and final boot of the series, Boots on Parade, if you will, of my collection. And a little bit of background again on this boot. I wasn't really looking for another boot. I had saw the black cherry pair we mentioned in the last video. And I thought, well, maybe I'll find one day, but I'm not really looking for one. And like I said, I've been getting emails from every boot company I've ever viewed, because that's what happens when you navigate on the internet. You get an email from every page you look at. But typically I'll delete those when I read just the tagline. It doesn't really mean anything to me. But this one said new release from Dan Post. And I thought, well, let's look at it. And it showed this picture. And I said, well, vanity wins again, or wins the day at least. And I made my purchase. This is the Dan Post Hearst, H-E-A-R-S-T, Hearst. And the color is cognac. And I thought, well, shit, I mean, it looks like whiskey to me. And that suits me right down to the ground, because I like whiskey. So let's get into the boot. It's a 12-inch tall shaft with 12-inch in circumference, so it's just like the Tecovas. It's a little bit harder to get into, but I do have tools now that make getting into all the boots easy enough, even the Tecovas. But let's talk about the shaft leather. So it's a leather shaft with really nice stitching. It's got some tooling or cording, whatever they call that, at the top. It's a design. It gives this boot a little bit more, I don't know, je ne sais quoi is, I don't know. It gives it a little more character. And you can see it's really nice. It's got some lizard there at the top on the pulls. But it's three different colors of stitching. That dark brown color, a little bit more of a maroon color, and then this sort of bronzy gold color. And in this light, it's a little bit brighter, but it does catch the light really good. And in person, it really does look good. The design, I'm not real sure. It kind of looks like a brand, maybe Western brand, or it almost kind of looks like a dragon, like Khaleesi or something, Queen of the Dragons or whatever. I'm the King of the Dragons. The lizard, the dragon. Ooh, I just thought about that. Mind explosion. Again, leather on the boot pulls here, so it's a little bit more for this boot. It's a little bit more premium. Not expensive necessarily, but it's just a little bit nicer. And the stitching goes all the way around. Again, Rain of Fire. Matthew McConaughey movie. Anyway, you got another lizard skin here. It's a little bit darker. This skin's darker, so this one's darker. Kind of neat. I don't know if they meant to do that. This one's lighter. You've got a little bit lighter down there. So, again, really nice stitching, really nice cording, whatever they call that at the top. Let's get down to the main event. The Teju lizard, genuine lizard. So it's Teju, it's T-E-J-U. And you got there at the ankle area, you've got a little bit of a fishnet looking scale. It's really nice. And then you've got the piano keys, is what I've been calling them to myself. Sort of shape of the belly. I'm assuming. I'm pretty sure that's probably what that is. And you see down here, got a little bit of a line. In the Tecovas boot, it had the line all the way down the middle, which was neat. I really like this too, though. Everything's really sharp. The color contrasts enough, especially in this light, but in person, it's a little bit more subtle, a little bit more darker. Maybe a quarter shade. No, maybe not quite half, but a little darker. Really nice snip. It's really narrow. I really like the look of the boot, especially. It's even got a... It may even be OSHA rated, boys. No, I'm just kidding. It's a little bit of reinforcement here. Probably some type of leather. Not 100% sure, but you can really hammer on it. And then down here, you can see the difference. And it really just goes back to about where that knuckle starts. When I've worn them, I haven't worn them very much. I'll show you the bottom of the sole here, the outsole, and you can still read the name. It was pretty comfortable. It's still snug, just like a narrow boot would be. I wear a 12D, which D is just regular. If I could have... I learned with the Tecovas boot that the snip toe just design is narrower. So my thought was, if I do buy another snip toe, which I like snip toe, so I would, maybe try a wide, a double E. But I kind of made the decision not to do that because I couldn't try them on in person because I had just never seen them. They were really new. When I got the email, they had just dropped. And I thought, well, if I buy a wide and it fits fine before I break, or, when I first put it on before it's broke in, and then it's too wide, then it won't be nice. So I'll just stick with the regular and let it break in the way it formed to my foot and break in a little bit and not be bad. So it's worked with the Tecovas. So it'll work with this. I just haven't worn it near as much. You can tell it's not sagging too much anywhere. Kind of like the Tecovas. I don't want to call sagging, but it's, excuse me, it's broken. But let's get back to the shape of these scales. It's really nice. The color's really nice. You get a little bit of, you see it catches the light there on the side. I'll try to get in here without it getting all screwy, but you see the different shape, more of a round. I'll get my head out of it. No, that was worse. Let me spin it here. That's a little better. You can see the scale pattern is more of the fishnet looking scale pattern, a little more circular. I think, even with the way these veins look, like it kind of makes a Y, I think that's probably the rib cage section, the side of the lizard, just from seeing different lizards in person. Oh yeah, you can kind of see the different pattern here in that shot. It catches the light. It looks a little different. I think that's neat. I also think it's neat that it's not just straight lines across, which it would be fine. The Tecovas is almost one continuous design all the way down the sides. I like this because it looks like, the lizard. Then you've got these giant piano keys. So this is what looks like across here, just not near as big. I'm guessing this is from a bigger animal, more than likely. Or I would assume so, because this is not near as big as these are. And you can see the different, it's a few different colors. It's this light brown, a little darker medium brown, and then almost black. It's really dark, but it looks really cool in person. Like I say, it's not near as light. I kind of wish it did look like this because it almost looks like three different colors. It's pretty neat. Anyway, and then around here on the back of the heel, side of the heel, excuse me, you've got a little bit different piano key size. So most likely this is conjecture. This is a smaller animal, or towards the end of the cut on the skin. It almost looks like this is where the tail might start. It gets real narrow towards the bottom of the tail, and this is, I don't know that for sure, but it kind of looks like that. So anyway, go around the back of the heel, and then you've got still the same sort of pattern, really tight in here, and it kind of longer, different shape, and these are smaller, and it's turned different, so it kind of gives a different effect, different color effect. It's even got a little bit of the 3D, kind of like the Tecovas, which is pretty neat. And then again, on this side, you've got that sort of smaller in the middle, longer in the middle, but narrower, and then just all around smaller piano key effect, turned again a different way. And then this is my favorite part. I wish that had more of this. actually. This fishnet snake skin sort of scale design. I'm guessing this may be a different area of the lizard. I don't really know, but it's really neat. It gives a really dark effect with those circles. And then again, you can kind of see from this angle that looks like the rib cage area of a lizard on the side. And it catches the light the same way on both sides, which is neat. Let's get back to the leather outsole. Of course, just like the rest of them, they're all leather. The heel, cowboy heel, with this rubber Vibram sole, adds a lot of shock absorption. I know what cowboy means now, but this is a cowboy heel, 1 3/8 of an inch, so it's even different than the other boots that I have. But cowboy means for regular cowboys that ride horses, the heel is longer so you don't slip out of the stirrups. So that's what that's for. The stirrup goes in there, of course. Everybody knows how to ride a horse, or well, at least knows what horse riding is. And here's the bottom. You can see Dan Post, a genuine lizard. And then Dan Post on the rubber. I think it's neat that they have the wooden pegs, and then right beside that, I don't want to get in too close, is a nail, a boot nail, which is neat. You can see the guys do those when they even there. That's just, yeah, that there. Can't really see that one. That's a nail. I think it's neat to watch those YouTube videos where they put the nails back in the boots and rebuild them, and it's neat. But yeah, genuine lizard boot. It's a really nice boot, of course. I haven't broken it in, so it's a little bit harder on the feet, but when I break it in, I'm sure it'll be just like the Tecovas. Not that bad. Not bad at all. The insole, okay, so this one's different than the other ones. They're calling it an orthotic insole. It's not near as thick and squishy as the allergenic, hypoallergenic, or whatever that other sole is in the Manning. It's even a little bit less squishier than the Milwaukee. It's more like the Tecovas, where it's just a leather insole, but it's not. You can look. You see, it is not leather, and the Tecovas is. So what I may do is buy that hypoallergenic insole that I really like in the Manning and just cut them to fit all the boots. It'll add for the comfort, especially since I can't wear a thick sock with this boot. And the heel, I think the heel is more substantial. The rubber part of the heel is more substantial than all of them. So I think this one will be nice once I get it broke in. Okay, so the tools I wanted to talk about, I mentioned them in the last video. I'm calling them boot hooks. They were not labeled as anything. They were just in a bag at the boot barn. They were on an end cap of a aisle. I just happened to see them, and I thought, well, what's this? And then I thought, well, dummy, you hook them in your loops. So it's a piece of probably 1/8 inch bar stock stainless steel with a hook on the end, and at the other end it's got a T-handle, and you just hook them, get your foot ready, boop, slip them right up. Super duper easy. This boot's easy. The Tecovas boot's easy. The other ones are super easy because their 13-inch circumference helps a lot. And then to take them off, which I had the tool to take them off before I bought the second. No, I think I bought the second pair and the tool at the same time. So at least with the second pair, it's just a 2x4 with a U shape on one end, and it's got an angle kind of like that, and it got a little support on the bottom. The U shape cut out in the wood goes around the heel. It's got a little bit of felt or some soft material that doesn't cause it to scratch. And you just hook your heel in it and stand on the other end and pull your heel out, pull your foot out. And it makes it twice as easy. You could sit down doing it. I haven't done that yet, but it may be easy. I just try to balance. But yeah, so This is the end of the series. A little experiment. I'm glad I did it. I like to talk about the boots. I'm not a shill, but if I find something I like, I want to talk about it. Not getting paid by anybody as far as videos go. So yeah, we'll try this again. I'm glad I did it. Like I said, just wanted to see. Never done consecutive videos on consecutive days, and maybe it'll be a trend. I don't know. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Y'all have a good weekend. Take her easy. Bye.